everybody, thanks for watching another video. So out here in Las Vegas, we still have a crazy ammo shortage, and I'm sure it's like that all over the United States. You can't even find stuff online. It's nowhere near as plentiful as it was before. 4 or 5 days ago, gun stores out here were posting pictures on Instagram of people literally stacking up outside their stores at 6:30 in the morning, just crazy toilet paper busy, buying up all the ammo and buying up all the guns. And I can guarantee you this, in those lines all across the nation to get into those gun stores, there were tons of first-time gun buyers. And I'm really glad that Hitcock45 posted that video welcoming all new gun owners. So if you're new to my channel here at Chemo365, welcome on in. I hope you enjoy all the different types of content I provide here. But now, in the situation that we're dealing with now, we can see why it's important to own a firearm to protect you and your family. Let's look at this toilet paper situation. We don't even have a toilet paper shortage and people are going bonkers over it. Let's just say there was an actual shortage of the essentials like food and water. If people get that crazy over something like toilet paper when there is no shortage, just imagine what would happen if there was a shortage in food and water. How would you defend yourself and your family? And of course, that's why you went out and bought your first firearm. Now that you have it, there are some very important things that you have to know about owning one. Number one, gun safety, and number two, what you have to be prepared for if you decide to use it. So let's go over gun safety very briefly. I'm originally from Hawaii, where they require you to take a gun safety class before owning a firearm. I used to be an NRA safety instructor, so if you want to see the videos I did on gun safety and clearing malfunctions, check out the links in the description below. I think everybody should take a gun safety class because it avoids the misinformation and bad habits from passing on to other people, and it can literally save lives. I've seen people do really dangerous things, have been around guns all their lives. Oh, I'm a police officer. Oh, I'm in the military. They don't intentionally do these things, but because they didn't take the class, they were being unintentionally safe and putting people at risk. So we're talking about keeping your finger off of the trigger until you're ready to fire, keeping the muzzle pointed in a safe direction at all times, downrange, making sure that you know what's beyond your target, and of course, if you're going to be working on your gun and cleaning it, making sure that it's clear. So here's a quick example of how I've seen people struggle with muzzle discipline at the range. So here we go. We got the muzzle pointed down range. People are nervous. Their hands are sweaty. You got explosions going off in front of your face. Your hands are shaking, and you're just trying to get this slide to lock backwards. And guys, racking a slide, if you've never done it before, it's just a really awkward movement. There's a lot of spring tension up here, and getting it back can be difficult. So I see a lot of people trying to get leverage on this slide so they can get it back. So they get it closer to their body, and they really try to crank down on it like this. Now, essentially, while you're working on this slide, what you've done is you've taken the muzzle from pointing into a safe direction down range to pointing at everything and everybody to the left of you. And let's say you don't have good trigger discipline and your finger was on the trigger while you were doing this. That is a crazy, unsafe situation that you're doing. And again, it's not being done intentionally. It's just that the focus is on trying to rack the slide to the rear, when all you really have to do is turn your body. So take some time and have a look at those links in the description below. So the second thing I want to bring up is, when should you use your firearm? And that's going to be different for everyone, what state you live in, what you feel comfortable with, the situation you're going to be in, and of course, are you prepared to handle the consequences if you have to draw that firearm? So I was very fortunate to have a very good carry concealed weapons instructor. He was very big on avoiding conflict, just keeping your head on a swivel, being big on situational awareness. All right, here's a really great example. You're on your way home, and you can either take this dark alleyway as a shortcut, or you can take the long way around. I've just noticed now that if I got to take a longer path around, I'm going to try to avoid any confrontation to avoid having to use my firearm. Second, if you have to draw and use that firearm, what are your limits? You have to know that beforehand, because when you're in that situation, you want to be able to act immediately. Here's a great example. Person's coming towards you, they're threatening you, they're asking you for a wallet. You have like $2 in your wallet's super cheap, there's just credit cards in there, and you have your gun with you. Do you pull and take action against this person for $2? If the answer is yes, then you have to be prepared to handle all the consequences that happen after that, the legal battles, you killing somebody over $2. For everybody, this answer is going to be different, but you have to make up that decision before it happens. Another quick thing to think about in a home defense situation is you got to understand where everybody is in your house. Like my daughter's room is over here. My neighbor's house is over here. Drywall is over here. You have to make sure that you know where these places are, because if you happen to shoot through your wall into your neighbor's house and cause a death on that side, you're going to be liable for that. Well, alright guys, that's the ending of the video. Remember, if you are new to guns and you got any questions about gun safety, make sure to check those links in the description below. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you enjoyed the video, please give it the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to Chemo365, please do. And remember, I'll catch you guys laters.